On a recent video on my channel, I showed you how to make these beaded flower petals, and today we're going to show you how to make the leaves and how to attach them to the flower. This technique is actually called French beading, or these are French beaded flowers or leaves in this case. And as you can see here, you want to make sure that they're consistent size. For the size of rose that I taught in my last tutorial, I want 8 little seed beads in the middle. And as you can see here, the wire work on the back is a little more prominent, so you want to make sure you have a definite front and back, and I'll show you that in the process. I used gauge 26 wire. Again, you want it to match what you used for the petals, what looks best with the beads. And then for seed beads, I choose check beads or Japanese. They are just a much more consistent quality than Chinese made beads. I happen to have a bead loader spinner thingy, and it's just nice for storing beads. It has some extra little bowls, and it is battery operated, goes forward and backwards, so you can load your beads onto the wire so much faster than doing it manually. There are different options that you can buy, and I definitely recommend investing if you're going to make more than just a few of these. So you're going to go ahead and you just put the wire in there at the right angle. It can be a little tricky with these battery operated because they go pretty quick. They can kind of bend the wire if you're not careful. But load several inches on there, and at the very end, after you have several inches worth of beads, go ahead and put a knot. Just make it so they can't come off of the end. Now with this, I might be going too fast, or you might not be able to see very well, but I'm going to show you a couple of different leaves, and you can rewatch this if you need to. But I'm going to select my 8 beads that are going to be the center vein of the leaf. And then this is all showing right-handed. Obviously you do opposite left-handed, but you're going to take and leave a little bit of space there with those 8 beads, still connected. And then you're going to take the wire and make a loop, just pinching that middle so that it's twisted. This is going to be the basic pattern that will become second nature to you about how you start it. So the very top is knotted. You'll have the central vein of the leaf that has the few selected beads. It'll be twisted off. You'll have a little bit of a handle. That's how it will be eventually attached to the stem. And then you will have the spool with the rest of the beads hanging off of it, and you will work with that. So you are going to take it on your first side and match up the beads that are going to go around it. And you'll just kind of push off the excess that you don't need at that time. I'm doing a still shot. You are going to be doing the tip is at the top. so the tip of the leaf that you want kind of pointed is towards the end that has the knot, and you are going to want to wrap it at an angle like I'm showing here. I'll have more shots of it again if you need to see that. And then you are going to flip it. This is important. You want to make the front stay the front and the back stay the back. So you see I flipped the little handle up to the top. I didn't actually flip the whole structure around. So again, I'm going to match up the beads to wrap it around to make it look like a leaf. And then what I'm going to do, since this is technically going to be the bottom side of a leaf, is I'm going to wrap it around more flat. So not at that sharp angle. For this particular leaf, I want it to be more rounded, so I just wrap it straight around. And again, I will show you more shots and up close if that doesn't completely make sense right now. I just wanted to kind of give you that basis. So I will just let you watch. If you have any questions, please make sure to comment down below, but I'll try to clarify as I go along. Sharp angle, and then flipping. Selecting the beads I need. Just wrapping it straight around. Flipping it again. As you can see, that's creating a little bit of a point versus the curved edge. And for this, I'm going to have 3 rows on each side of that center vein. It is actually pretty quick once you get the hang of it. So we've got that angle, and I've been careful to not even look at the back side. I make sure the front is always facing towards me. It's just the top and bottom, the handle, and the knotted edge that get turned. This is my last little part, and so I'm going to wrap it around a few times to secure it. And then depending on what you want, I'm just going to snip it this time right off there. And there is your basic leaf. Now to finish it up, on the top you're going to snip off most of that, so there's just a little bit of a tail there. And we're going to take some pliers and round it off to the back and just kind of smush it so it doesn't catch on anything. So there you go. That is the finished leaf. You can kind of smush it to make it right. To attach it, go ahead and take one at a time. You're going to bend it right there at the bottom, and you're going to want to give it a little bit of curve. Place it right up at the base of the rose and wrap it around in the same direction that you wrapped the other wires. One trick that I use, because kind of fingers kind of get in the way of a small area, is if you're having trouble getting it as high and close as you want, go ahead and get something like some thin pliers, some tool to hold it in place while you do the wrapping. And for this style, I just did 3. If you want to make it a longer stem and add them, tapered down the edge like a rose naturally has, then that's something you can do. In my next video, I am actually going to show you how to add a stem, or how to green up that stem, so it's not just exposed wire. So stay tuned for that. That should be next Thursday. And of course I have a cooking video between now and then on Tuesday for Tasty Tuesday. Let me know what you think by that thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate your support. And again, if this was a little confusing, go ahead and watch it again. Ask me some questions. I will definitely clarify as much as I can if I was confusing in this. But thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.